So, I am re-recording this because it didn't quite work out the first time that I did it. I am sorry if you guys hear a lisp. I don't know where it's coming from, and it's not going away. So I think I'll just stop saying S's so much. Surely this is not gonna become a problem. Anyway, um, we have the absolute pleasure of watching somebody today. Not myself. This is me, level 6, Dark Cosmic Jinn, a mere unranked mortal. This, I don't know what that is from. Is it a challenger order? I don't know. Um, it is a Graves, level 5 Graves, 4,000 points. What is this? I have no idea. But it doesn't matter. He's a protagonist. He's our hero against this team of heretics. He is the one to bring us glory through his impeccable, amazing gameplay. You will see things that you could never imagine a Graves being able to do. Moves that you would never see coming, that you could have never conceived upon without saying this absolute maniac at work. I will have to speed up most of this game, obviously, because it is quite a lengthy game. But we're not going to look at everybody. We're not going to look at fights or anything. We're just going to look at him. We're going to have our eyes on our hero here, our protagonist, as he makes his way through the jungle and through our hearts, capturing everything he needs, ensuring that he has all the tools at his disposal for his aggrandizing um, purposes, goals. Oh, we do not want the chat to come here. Well, there, maybe we do. I don't know actually. I haven't seen the chat because I don't play with chat on. Right, so he clears all his blue buff. Gets a huge, gets a lot of health. Oh, you know what? This is better enjoyed, not sped up. Gets a decent amount of help from his bot lane, and he's on his way. Perfect timing on that smite and auto attack combo. He kites the Groms to the very limit of where it can stand before making his way to the wolves, positioning himself perfectly to make the most out of his abilities, making sure that his Qs hit the wolves, making sure that the wolves hit him as little as possible, kites them all the way to the lane, just as a pro like him should do. And watch me, the mortal, the idiot who thinks I can stand beside him, to stand on his pedestal, disconnecting from the game. To no avail, I will not be able to hinder his glory in the slightest. He clears out the Wraith camp, clears out the red buff right afterwards. Um, Fiora stupidly is pinging the abilities that her lane opponent has. Well, yes, we have a mid lane Fiora. We're actually not doing so badly. We tab right now. She's CS ahead, and our protagonist moves up. Our hero moves up to the crux. He's lost camp. Oh, I forgot to do a little something here, which is to make sure that we only keep the perspective of the best among us. He clears out the Crux camp easily, kites a little bit, not wasting any time moving down towards the river. Yes, he could have quick rolled over the wall onto the Crux there, but that doesn't matter. Yes, he gets spotted by the minions as he just waltzes through mid lane, stops for just a fraction of a second, admiring his work, before realizing that the scuttler on the outside has been taken as well. Our hero is on equal CS at this time. He has gone with the red jungle item, clearly looking to do as much damage as possible. Now, of course, he could move up top lane, but what's the point in that? It's Kale being pushed in without health. But nevertheless, he is a generous man, so he will show up and try to take out the trucks. Gets one hit in, breaks the shield, dashes in front of him, gets knocked up, that doesn't matter. Gets a Q, and forces the flash onto Aatrox. Well played. Now he's gonna sleep. Let's go back to base and buy some items. He's 6 years behind this time, but that's because he didn't really do too much less than his opponent. His opponent has been only farming, and surely that cannot come back to bite him. Surely, the fact that surely farming is not going to become a big issue in this game. And surely our protagonist here, our hero, can catch up on form, can beat his lane opponent and everybody else in the game in terms of form. He makes this attempt, when he trusts his life, gets flash out of it, and all it cost him is a dragon at bot side. But that's okay. Our hero is not deterred from his path. I'm going to speed it up here a little bit. He goes back to the Gromp, kites it perfectly once again, keeps on pushing it against the wall, which is exactly how you want the frog to be. Kites it all the way to the edge of its threat circle, I want to say. Its fatigue meter barely goes down. He gets the wolves, and yes, he's kited them all the way into the lane, but his blue buff is not spawned. Why would he try to get anything other than that blue buff? He waited for just a short time, while the foolish me gets taken out in the bot lane. Our hero takes out the blue buff and moves back through the jungle to his right side, having secured the blue successfully. Goes the Wraiths, clears them up, no effort necessary, kites them down so he can walk down into the river, past the Rift Herald. This is not his target. He boldly walks into the enemy jungle. Kale shows up, throws throws an ult on him. Yes, he may have been able to get away on his own, either way, but Kale shows respect to him, even though the Kale herself is quite low. Has flash and teleport over. Could probably use a back timing, but that's not the main point. The main point here was to keep our hero, our protagonist, alive. And that part has been achieved. Yes, the blue team does manage to get the herald. Yes, the enemy team does manage to send the herald mid lane. That's okay. That's fine. Our hero gets what is important, what is truly important. He gets 2 range minions from the top side and his cross. Because that's what matters, that's what truly matters. The Wraiths respawn and our hero walks mid. He ignores these birds. Well, they used to be birds, the raptors. They used to be raptors, but now they're Wraiths. Are they raptors now? I don't know. I don't have the knowledge that this freak of nature has. He does get taken out by an ambush from some cowards who make their way down to the bot lane. Even though he did see them mid lane, and there's only one path for them to walk down, he gets caught in transit, gets taken out by these idiots, not knowing how lucky they got in that instance. That's okay. Everything's fine because our hero is back on the farming path. He gets back to his jungle, he takes the frog, finds that his wolves have not respawned, But doesn't matter, goes back to the red side. He has to farm. He has to keep his farm. He has to keep his numbers as high as possible. Yes, he's 11 CS down at the moment compared to his opponent. But he's securing all his kills. He's getting everything that he needs to be getting. And what is a dragon in the face of a blue buff and a frog? What is a game?
Shut down.
He's bottling, capitalizing on this insane pressure that he's putting on the enemy team. Gets a double kill, which gives him the advantage that he needs to walk proudly into the enemy jungle. Take what is his, the crux. He does not have any need for turret plates. He has no need for the enemy team. Well, they don't have bounty, but he has no need for their bodies, for their corpses. He does not need to place himself anywhere near them. He's a farmer. That's what he does. He farms. He gets stronger. He gets more powerful. Readying himself for the eventual skirmish, for the eventual war that will surely break out before he... That will surely break out only after he's completed everything he needs to complete. He clears out the red buff, walks proudly to the top lane, seeing a target, seeing a potential victim. Unfortunately, his victim foolishly wastes his flesh and therefore has nothing left. When our hero has his mid laner, the mid lane Fiora, collapse. It is unfortunate, quite tragic even, that the kill went to the foolish mid laner. It went to the now 420 Fiora. All kills should belong to our protagonist. All kills, all farms should belong to our hero. Now this is a bit of a blunder by the Kale, by the top laner of our hero. And there's nothing you could have done about that. There's nothing you can do about what he has to do now, which is fight this man to death. Soften him up for his mid laner to be able to take, because surely Fiora could not have done that anyway. And it does cost his bot lane. It does not cost, however, the Rift Herald, which is still takeable. As Fiora gets engaged upon by the enemy Aatrox, unable to know what to do in the absence of our hero, who comes back to life, completes his mythic at this point in the game, and waltz back onto the warpath, waltz back into his farming route, quickly makes his way to the Rift Herald, and immediately, instantly identifies where his attention should be. Immediately identifies as the threat of the Rift Scuttler. Yes, the Rift Herald is a groove, but we're not here for that. We're not here to take that. Turrets have gone down, but that is none of our concern. Dragon is up, but that is none of our concern. It's time to farm again. Unfortunately, our hero, doing the most heroic deeds, gets felled once more by the cowardly enemy team who gangs up on him. He had no way of seeing that coming. There is no way he could have expected that they would spot him while they're doing Dragon. That they would spot him as the finish of Dragon and run over him. So, oh, doesn't let me get back to... Oh, because it's this. Apologies. I was screwing around with the F keys there. Anyway, our hero gets the blue buff. Our hero gets his side of the jungle, goes back to farming. He's now 14 CS ahead of his opponent. The 5 kills mean nothing. The fight means nothing. All he wants, all he needs to get is the red buff. And he gets it. All is fine. All is dandy. All is as was planned. All is as it should be. Our hero has the double buffs. It is time for him to finally get onto his mission of clearing out the bot lane, of farming up in the face of the Yone, showing his superiority to this arrogant fool who is currently 0, 6, and 6. Now, with the threat of the Yone extinguished, with the lane pushed up, our hero makes his way hurriedly. Well, not too hurriedly. Yes, hurriedly to the Gromp, to the Frog, and then his wolves. And soon walks over to his Wraith, to the other side of it, to the top side of it. Yes, Dragon is up, but who cares about Dragon? Who cares about these big objectives that help your entire team when Wraiths are up, when Wolves are up, when the enemy blue buffs up? None of that matters. Dragon does not matter. Rift Arrow does not matter. It does not matter that we have eyes on them. It does not matter that we know exactly what they're doing. It doesn't matter that there is a wave at the enemy turret. No. Actually, that one does matter. Our hero needs to take it. Needs to clear it out. And then recall. Take a well-deserved rest, allowing him to finish his second item, Collector, at 24 minutes. Actually a pretty good item timing. Especially for his situation. He finishes his oh so important collector item. An item, as anybody can tell you, an item used to execute the fools that get in his way. There are players that would stop him from getting his due. And here they come, once again, cowardly, running onto him with 3 people. His team foolishly tries to help him, ulting from far away, trying to poke them. And failing, because who are they? They're only here to steal his thunder, to steal his glory. So it doesn't matter how many kills they get. It doesn't matter that they can hold themselves. They can hold their own in a 4v5. None of that matters. They are inferior to him. And they always will be. He is the protagonist. He is the hero of the story. His name is on the cover. And he will have his due. He will push the Aatrox out of his territory. Fiora was present, but she's irrelevant. He will get the farm. He will get the enemy frog. And he will flash away from the Aatrox, keeping himself safe, investing his flesh for the huge amounts of farm that he's getting. Doesn't matter that the team is actually trying to take the enemy team out of commission. It's all to no avail anyway, because the enemy team still gets the Baron Nationals. Surely there's nothing our hero could have done to stop that, and there's nothing he should have done to stop that. This was all part of the plan. This was all part of letting them get everything they think they want, when what they should really want is to stop our hero from getting everything he wants, from getting all of the farm in the bot lane, from getting all of the farm in their jungle, which, never mind, he doesn't get. But it doesn't matter, he got 2 waves. He walked out of base, killed 2 waves of minions, and won this kill in top lane on what is now the 4-4-2 Aatrox is inconsequential, stopping the Aatrox from pushing, taking him out, the Fiora being unstoppable at 9-4-5. All of that is irrelevant in the face of our hero. In the face of his tremendous deeds. In the face of his magnanimity, his power, his incomprehensible achievements of clearing his jungle. Yes, the team loses the inhib, but it's still worth it for our hero to walk through a team fight that takes out his fed mid laner. Getting away from it relatively unscathed and running back up top lane. Oh, he discovers here that his foolish teammates took his quads, took his due. He also discovers here that the enemy team has an Elder Dragon buff, which surely the jungler that he is had absolutely no way of stopping. All of it is inconsequential. The enemy team has the Dragon Soul, and they're still getting taken out. The enemy team had the Elder Dragon Soul, the Elder Dragon, but they still get roused by his team, by the 4 people who have his grace, the 4 people that he allows to farm up, that he allows to clear the minions in his base so that he can go back. He's tried and tested. Go back to what's important. The Gromp, once again. I don't know if there's some kind of history between him and the Gromp, but he's making sure that the Gromp does not lose down. He's making sure that he obtains his vengeance before he walks over to the enemy team and shows how strong he is by quick drawing away from Lucian and flashing away, showing that he doesn't even need his flash. He's happy to burn it. He's happy to give it to them for free. As we are reaching the end of this fight, of this game soon, we get the enemy team getting the Baron Nashos once again slaying the purple worm. Not the not the other purple worm, but the big one, the one that does not matter, because nothing matters in the face of the farm of our jungler. He has the highest farm in the game. Surely he must be the most powerful. Nobody can stop him from getting that inner turret. Nobody can stop him from winning this game for his team. Oh, look at me. Showing once again my hubris. Thinking that victory was the main point of the story. But no, it is not. It's not at all. This is all hubris on my side. The point of this was not to win. The point of this was to farm up, was to get powerful. He was character development. And elements. The godlike jungle graves we had in this moment shows us his might by only being second on the money chart while having the most CS out of anybody in the game. That's what matters. Getting the farm, getting fed through the farm, that's what's important. Using that fedness, using that status to get more farm, that's all that matters in this game. Nothing else does. Nothing at all. Sure, he made less money than the Jin on his own team, but he made more money than anybody else on the enemy team, except for the Lucian, the main carry of the enemy team. But there was no way he could have stopped that. Sure, he got absolutely no objectives for his team, but he got so much for himself, so much farm, so much money that was put to good use, feeding in the enemy jungle and feeding off of the jungle creeps. And about 6 minion waves in 36 minutes. That's what was truly the utmost in terms of importance. Yes, he dealt less damage to champions than anybody else in the game, but he dealt the most damage. But in general, compared to everybody else on both teams, surely he knew. This showed that he knew exactly where to put his focus. He knew exactly where he was going with this game. And while we may think that his refusal to get any type of objectives to help his team in any way, shape, or form was a factor to losing, that is not the case. Our hero surely cannot be wrong. There is surely nothing else he could have done in this situation. Or maybe this was his plan. Maybe this was all planned. I don't know. I am a mere unranked mortal, and he is clearly a challenger level juggler. So we can only bow to the greatest player that I have had the pleasure of playing with. The Diamond 4 163 win, level 315 elements. The jungler. If you haven't checked his match history, obviously this is satire and sarcasm. This guy is awful. Do not play like him. All he did was farm up, make a ton of money, and then lose the game because he doesn't do anything with his farm. And from what you can see here, with all defeats he's accumulating, this is working great one. It worked great one. Yeah, he got 26 skills. That was today. He's playing quite a lot. He's winning quite a lot. Good for him. I mean, he's diamond. Surely playing quick play like this, it should be a lot easier for him, right? And he's clearly always playing jungle. Okay, doing fine. Like, surely this string of defeats has nothing to do with how he absolutely does not help his team in any way, shape, or form, or does not care about objectives. Yeah, who cares about objectives? Like, surely all of these strings of losses are not why he then decides to go into an RM game. It's all pure coincidence. Surely. Clearly. Don't be like him, guys. Don't be like this dude. Just up team. Get objectives. Know your win conditions. Try to actually win. Don't be a douchebag. Or be the hero that your team needs. Get all the jungle farm you can get your hands on. And then show your might by flashing away from something that can already not reach you, and dealing the least amount of damage to the enemy team, because that's the mark of a true champion. Thanks for watching.